Welcome. This is Thursday. Oh, wow, that's funny. March 25th, 2021, and it is the meeting of the Berlin Cable Access Committee. As a preliminary matter, please note that the meeting has been recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by recording. I am Patricia Anderson, Chairman and Chair of the Berlin Cable Access. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me prior to calling the meeting to order. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Roger Bradley.
Here.
Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Brittany Blaney.
Here.
No, I don't think we have any anticipated speakers.
No, it does not appear so.
This is an open meeting of the Berlin Cable Access and is being conducted remotely consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. Specific information in the general guidelines for the remote participation by members of the public and parties of the right and requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the Town of Berlin website. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in public accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely, provide a reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. I'm not sure if I have to read all that.
I feel like we've covered it. No one's going to be like,
I know.
Pat, why didn't you read the full thing?
So welcome to the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along and let us know if you have any questions or comments. How's that?
That's good. We don't have anyone in the audience, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Have we ever?
No, I don't think so. If we did, I would be concerned.
Why they would be there?
Yeah, I would assume it was a Zoom bomber.
Right.
Or attempted anyways.
Right, I'm going to open up now my Word document so that I may take notes. Excuse me. All right, there we go. All right. March 25th. I was looking for my headphones. That's why I was late. I've been here and I still can't find them. I don't know where they went. Had them yesterday.
That's okay. We can hear you all right. Assuming your dogs don't go nuts.
What is my feet here? Way under the desk. I don't know why you're. The other one is not going to make any noise. She is long gone.
Oh no. Did you put her down?
Oh yeah, last August we had to put her down.
Oh, I guess I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was very sad. Bill was quite upset.
I mean, I'm still upset. We put our two dogs, the first one we put down, I think it was like over 3 years ago. I still occasionally get,
I know.
a little upset.
We think of her a lot, right?
Yeah.
Pepper's a much different dog now that Brady's gone.
It is interesting how like the dynamic changes. The same thing happens with cats too. Like the whole like hierarchy gets thrown out of whack.
Yeah, she's not very confident anymore.
So you need a confident dog for her.
Well, she's much more like aggressive when Brady was around in a way. Like I think she was taking care of Brady. And now
okay.
Now
She's
just
off duty.
nervous. Yeah, she's very nervous. There's nobody to take care of, so.
Oh. Okay, so I suppose we should do some cable business. Try not to be on the computer for too long. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was an email that came in about the annual town meeting. It's been
Oh,
pushed out to May 15th, Saturday.
you're kidding me.
I am not kidding you. So Saturday, May 15th, 1 to 5, and additional sessions if needed, Monday, the 17th at 6:30 and Tuesday, the 18th at 6:30. It'll be in the same location as the last one outside at BMS.
So we won't be able to broadcast live, correct?
I'm gonna try ahead of time to make that happen. I have enough time to prepare. And either way, I should be able to make it happen. I'm gonna talk to
What was the time again?
Saturday, May 15th, 1 to 5 p.m.
Okay, 1 to 5.
And then Monday and Tuesday at 6:30 if needed. So I'm going to talk to Margaret about it, about the plans for it, if they're planning on it being like a hybrid meeting with a Zoom component or not, or, you know, whatever their plan is. So we have plenty of time to come up with a game plan.
Sounds good. Sorry.
No worries.
We also get an email from June asking about our budget, and she is urging us to start getting the spending going. So she thinks we need to get going on the, you know, lighting and cameraing up the rooms.
Yeah, I spoke with the vendor earlier this week, actually. And I was kind of pushing him, telling him we needed to get going on it. I just want to set it up so that if the town decides to do hybrid meetings in those spaces that include a Zoom component, that we can tie that in without undoing whatever we do. So, you know, I'll set it up now as it was going to be a normal meeting or whatever, with, you know, keeping in mind that we may expand it so that there's a Zoom component. I mean, I already have had one of the towns I manage asking about it and looking to set it up so that they can do hybrid meetings. So I fully anticipate that question coming. I mean, I've been anticipating it for, you know, about a year, so I knew it was coming.
So are you talking, I mean, like,
So like some,
cost wise?
what's that?
Because we have to spend that money.
Right, I understand. Yeah, so
By June 30th, right?
yes,
Right.
before July 1st, correct, yeah. So I am going to pursue what we initially planned, setting it up so that, you know, there's cameras and microphones in those 2 meeting rooms. The feeds go into our room where we can switch and we can record both, blah, 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 blah. I just want to make sure whatever equipment we put in there is able to be added on to if the town decides to make meetings, hybrid meetings, we'll be able to accommodate that with the equipment we have. So just keeping that in mind. I don't want to buy anything and then, like, you know, 6 or 9 months from now being like, oh crap, we can't use those cameras for, you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of planning ahead, like what would we need and, like, you know, how that would tie in to what we're planning on putting in. So I just was talking with the vendor about that. And it should be relatively easy. Obviously, like any Zoom component of the public meetings would not be our responsibility. That would be the board or committee, the town, whatever. We would still just be doing the video. But we could be potentially feeding their Zoom account our video, and vice versa. We could be receiving the Zoom feed for broadcast. So I'm
Is,
just keeping that stuff in mind.
would that just be a Ethernet connection or?
So you can set up, so like a video switcher, like where we have different cameras, you can set it up so that the out feed coming out of that switcher can get plugged into a laptop, and the laptop could see that as its webcam. So whatever camera we're on would be fed into, so like, we're in a Zoom meeting right now. If my video right now was just the output of a video mixer, it would just show up as a person, but it would be that feed from the room. So it's relatively simple. The largest sort of obstacle or problem that I anticipate is feedback. I assume you guys have been in a Zoom meeting where more than one device is connected in the same room and they pick up each other's audio, and you know exactly what happens. So my concern is that when they broadcast the Zoom meeting in the meeting rooms, if the
Somebody else.
people in the meeting room, if their microphones pick that up, then we'll get that feedback loop.
Mhm.
But there are products out there that I just learned about, Feedback Killers, and also if we use very directional microphones, like those ones that, so like right now we use the one that just sits on the table, and that's a boundary microphone, and that just picks up everything. But they also sell microphones like desktop ones, with the little neck, and it has a little thing at the end. Those are like extremely directional, so you have to like talk into them. If I turn my head like this, it wouldn't really pick up the audio as well. So if we use those kind of microphones, that would cut back a lot on the chance of feedback and stuff. So it's just little things that I'm sort of keeping in mind as I'm planning, like, to avoid those sort of problems. So it should be, I've already done not hybrid meetings, but I did in Harvard 2 weeks ago. We did a virtual cider tasting at Carlson Orchards, which was a Zoom event, but with audience participation as well. So we had like basically cameras set up there and people on camera and all of that stuff, but then feeding into a laptop, being a Zoom person, so that everybody could see what was going on and hear and everything. And that went pretty well.
So the cameras were set up around and they fed into the
So it
laptop?
was,
Did
like,
you have to like switch to them or something, or?
yeah, so all the cameras fed into a video switcher, which you're familiar with when you hook up multiple cameras and you switch between the different cameras.
Oh, okay.
And then the
Oh, so
out,
the switcher fed into the laptop?
yeah, so then the out of the switcher feeds
Right.
into the laptop, and the
Wow.
laptop sees that as a webcam. And so it
Mhm.
just broadcasts like it would normally, like a webcam. So that's how that operates. And it's relatively simple.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple. Again, the largest hurdle I see is just audio feedback in the room, but there's
Mhm.
things to plan ahead of time so that if and or when it happens, we can avoid it.
The video mixer we currently have now will accept that or no? When we use mainly for town meeting and stuff?
Oh, that video mixer, the one that we have, you could set it up. It would need a converter, just because it's an older style, but with a converter, you could make it work. It's not like a big deal. I think, I'm not sure if we're gonna do, I gotta look and see what they're gonna recommend for a switcher. We may or may not use that switcher in our permanent setup. We might leave that one. Probably would leave that one out so that it's our one for field use. And then put a new one in at the town offices, because that one's on the older side anyways. It's probably, I don't know, at least like 15 years old.
I
That
have a
is-
question about the way the money comes in for the PEG account.
Mhm.
Is there a certain amount of it designated for equipment upgrades, and is there a certain amount
No,
for like salary, or is it?
no,
all-
the only
We decide
like,
that.
yeah, the only restrictions on the money is they have to be used for cable access like purposes. But
Okay.
it doesn't have to be X amount is personnel or X amount is equipment, just cable access.
You have to spend it all.
Well, I think I understand what June's concerns were over our increase in our budget, because I know we put money in for equipment next year and salary increase, or, more use. So that brought the amount way up. And I don't know what we take in each year. It's around 28, something like that.
26, 28.
And then anything that's not spent is put in our reserve account, which is different than other town departments, because anything they don't spend just goes into a like general, fund, or I don't know exactly what the name of the account is, but it doesn't necessarily go back to that department. But in our case, it does.
But we have to, it's just too hard not to budget for it and put that out, because then we don't have access to the money.
Right. It's
So,
easier to just budget higher than you think you're going to spend and then just put the money back afterwards.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
otherwise, there's like all these hoops you have to jump through to get the
Yeah.
access to the cash.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go back to town meeting.
Right.
And then, like, you don't want to request a town meeting just for operating expense of the
Right.
channel too. That's why it kind of gets padded. And I, Brittany, I don't know if you were on the emails. We got emails from June, and that's what she was asking.
Oh, no, I don't think,
paying.
I didn't see any of those.
She was asking about spending the money, and that we have $74,000 apparently left. So I, just said yes.
For this year to.
Yes. So she was just wondering if we were going to be spending it, and I was like, yeah, we are planning on doing that.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that she was concerned about next year, but I did say, next year we've seen a, exponential growth in hours for our station manager. So we've had to plan for that, and, making sure that in case anything does go wrong with any equipment, we have to have that available. We have to plan for worst case scenario, this kind of.
Oh, yeah, actually, speaking of equipment, the PC at the studio, I don't know, like suddenly on, what day is
Uh-oh.
today? Thursday? Tuesday, it just like lost its internet connection. And so I went in yesterday and like tried restarting the machine, and like that didn't do anything. And I'm not like super well versed in PCs. I tried to investigate it. I actually took the Ethernet that was plugged into the PC and plugged it into my own laptop, and it worked. The internet was there. I could connect and everything. But then when I plugged it back into the PC, I couldn't get it to get online. And I went back again today and tried to troubleshoot, and I didn't get anywhere. So I think we're supposed to contact that like CM Geeks or something. I got to send Mary an email to see.
Yeah, there is some sort of IT.
Yeah, I don't know what happened though. That's the thing, is like it just all of a sudden stopped working. Like
That's weird, yeah.
even when I went in, it didn't show signs that the machine had restarted or anything. And obviously, like, I didn't do any updates. I wasn't there. I have no idea. And the internet, the actual Ethernet feed that's going into the computer is fine. So I don't know.
I can't even think of what it would.
I don't
It's not like it's lost the IP address or anything, or
know. If anything, I don't know if like that component of the computer could die.
yeah.
I don't know.
That would
But
just
the
be
thing
like
is,
the plug or,
but the thing is that I can connect to the network. So like that PC, I can talk to the other computers in the room, which
oh,
the only way that it could do that is with the Ethernet. So I don't really understand what's going on. So I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna just double check with Mary to make sure that's who I'm supposed to talk to, and then I'm gonna see if they can take a look because I have no idea.
because I probably should get my spreadsheet off of there too that has all the budget information. I haven't seen all year long, so
No worries.
updated.
Um, so there's that. I'm trying to think. We're continuing with the Council on Aging yoga.
Oh, how's that
And
going? Better videos for that one now?
Yeah. She started doing them over at the town offices, which is like okay-ish. I was contemplating contacting the COA director and giving some like suggestions. Because she's often like backlit
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because the window, she usually does the yoga in front of the windows, which she should be doing them with the windows like I am right now, where like the windows are lighting my face,
Yes.
you know. So
Well, she looks like a shadow. Like,
right, I was contemplating it, and I wanted to do it in just a suggestive way, non-critical suggestion. But those are going well, and I don't think, unfortunately, yeah, there wasn't really anything else going on.
right. Yeah, did they contact you at all about advertising for helping some seniors get the vaccines at all?
There was a program that the COA did, a COVID info program that they did over Zoom, which we edited and put up on YouTube, and we've been airing.
Good.
But I think that was the extent of it. I actually got my vaccine today, my first one.
Oh, how'd you do that?
In Harvard, our studio is in the high school, and the high school video production class comes into our studio, and we kind of co-teach with the instructor. So I am
Nice.
considered staff.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Did they come to Harvard?
No, I had to go to the Natick Mall. But it was quick. I think I had a needle in my arm about 3 minutes after I walked through the door. It was
Yeah.
fast.
Was it very busy?
It was busy. It wasn't crazy busy. It's obvious they have like the capacity for it to be very busy. There was like, they were set up in like little booths for registration and then for your vaccine, and they had like a line queue like they have like, you know, at amusement parks or whatever. It was clear that they were like set up for large capacity. It's probably just like whenever they have enough vaccines to be doing, you know, that many people. But it was like, I don't know, when I was there, there's probably I'd say like maybe like somewhere between 50 and 75 people.
I was talking to or like responded to an email about trying to help senior people who weren't getting the vaccine, and I was offering to like somehow, you know, make a slideshow or something we could put on
We
cable
could
to help
do,
people.
it'd be good to do like interviews if, because I've been listening to some different stories like on NPR and stuff about that. And it's really about education, and also like if people know other people, like that they actually know who have had the vaccine, have gotten the vaccine, and they hear like testimonials from them or something like that, they're then
don't
more
do it.
likely to get the vaccine.
Well,
So
I think also, I haven't heard back from them, but I thought what they were concerned about was that a lot of people were not able to sign up or schedule for them. Like people just didn't have the skills and or
Mhm.
maybe even the equipment to be able to do it, and maybe even getting there. So I'm not sure. I didn't hear what.
who reached out to you? Was it the COA director or
No,
somebody else?
it was not, it was Bob Holmes who put something out on Facebook and said, is anybody interested in helping? And so I emailed him, and
Is
he's just
is
somebody
he on the
in
board of
town.
health or anything?
I don't think
No.
so.
I
Okay.
think he's the head of the senior citizens group.
Bob Holmes, though? I mean, not Bob
No,
Blaine.
not
Not
Holmes. Yeah, Bob Blair is the.
Bob
This was
Blair.
Bob Holmes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
I've met Bob Holmes.
but I think he did talk to Bob Blair, and I didn't hear anything back. And I should
I
have
can
called
reach out. I can reach out to Bob Blair and see if there's anything in the works and see if we can help. Um, some interviews with people who have had it and maybe some interviews with some medical professionals might go a long way.
Yeah.
And now I will say I signed up via it was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, with the statewide thing where you could sign up and then they would contact you when there was a, that you were eligible and you had 24 hours to make an appointment. And I did it that way. And that's,
That worked.
yeah. And they give you the option of phone, email, or text. So even if you're not tech savvy or whatever, you can get a phone call and do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if people would even know how to sign up for to
Right.
get the initial phone call and things.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's probably volunteers who'd be willing to help out, like seniors in town or something like
Right.
that, sign up.
Yeah, I think that's what this was about, like being
Okay.
somebody to do that.
I'll contact Bob Blair and see where they are in the process and see how we can help.
Yeah, our neighbor across the street was like, what are the names of the vaccines you're talking about? I'm like,
Oh boy.
yeah, I'm not sure if that was, on purpose by accident kind of thing, but
Uh-huh.
Bill bought into it. I didn't. And he was telling her about it, so we'll see. I'm not sure if she's really gonna get it anyways. There's a lot of people that are not doing it.
I think they
Did you
said,
get
yeah,
yours, Roger?
I think it was 40% of
not
the
yet.
population. Did you sign up for the
I
statewide
just
thing?
got a notification today that, I'm eligible. I can sign up through
Yay.
Partners Health. I think that's what it was. So,
Is it that statewide thing? Because you only have like 24 hours to book your appointment.
no, I think it's through my doctor's
Oh, okay.
that she's with.
Well, I got my vaccine this morning it was like 10:15, and I feel
And you can still lift your arm and
I can lift my arms. I actually did some yard work earlier today, so
Which one did you get?
I'm alive and well. Moderna.
Wait till next time. Talk to me next time.
I've been vaccinated for rabies. I guarantee you it's not as bad as the
Oh
rabies
yeah, that one's
vaccine.
bad. I did
Yeah.
hear that one's bad.
I'm well prepared. As long as it's not as bad as the rabies, I'm gonna be fine.
No, I don't think it's as bad. I heard that one's really rough.
The rabies one was very rough. But
I think it's a,
I'm
well,
I'm immune to rabies now, so
yeah, wow. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, well, I went to work, but a lot of people were not
not.
capable. There's a wide range.
Right. Yeah. I will report back. I'll let you know how I feel. But did you get Moderna as well?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. But I think it's probably better than the alternative. So you didn't lose your sense of taste or anything, right? No.
Just felt kind of yucky,
Yeah. That's your body doing its thing.
right? It's a good sign, right?
Yes.
All right, I have minutes to last. Yep, there it is, that I can read and we can approve too.
Okay.
Okay, these are the minutes from February 25th. Confirm that Brittany was paid for last month.
Yes, I was paid.
Oh, you were paid for everything too, right? Wasn't there
Mhm.
2 that went out too?
Yep. I got paid for everything. Thank you.
All right. Ran out of space on the video server. Brittany is converting those to MPEG to save space. Is that still good?
It was MPEG 4.
MPEG 4, yeah, I have that down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Converting those to
But we-
MPEG 4 to save
yeah.
space.
But we decided to, rather than convert, well, yeah, we'll convert the original programming to MPEG 4s, but the meetings, we're not even bothering. We're just taking off the server. Not even bothering using the time to convert them. So that's been ongoing. I'm still doing that. Although I did hit a little bit of a hiccup without the internet connection, but
Okay.
that's all right. It was kind of nice. It's an excuse to leave the house. I could go to the Berlin town offices twice this
There
week.
you go. All right, and that's find out about what to do going forward with old meetings on the server and put them on an external hard drive, but we're just gonna, I can put that on this, so we're just gonna take them off and not put them on an external hard drive, right?
Well, no, I am putting them on an external hard
Oh,
drive.
okay,
They are going on an external hard drive. I'm taking them off the server to
Yeah.
free up space
okay.
because we're not broadcasting them anyways.
Request from COA wanting to play AARP show in May 2021. Brittany will put the program on whenever they want. Putting meeting on their own channel and special programming on another meeting since the COA has become so active. Brittany will check for her contract over it in case she needs to change the contract for more hours. Were you
I did check it. There was no listing of
how many hours?
yeah, so we're good.
Okay. And we adjourned at 6:37. So are the mini, I just added, no, actually so I don't really have to add, meetings are just coming off the server because I said, find out about what to do going forward with old meetings on the server, put them on an external hard drive. So should I say that
Yep.
that's being
No,
done?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
I make a motion, we accept the meetings as read, the minutes as read.
I second that motion. The meetings now are going to be accepted as read.
I also forgot to mention, we had discussed last time about taking channel 194, which was in the past just all bulletin board, and changing that so that we have government meetings on there. So I've been doing that. So 191 has been like public access stuff, local events and whatever. And then 194 has been exclusively meetings. But the
And-
bulletin board still runs in between any of those programs.
And what is the other channel that's? 194 will be exclusively meetings and.
Yeah, 194 is government and 191 is public now.
Public access meeting?
Just public programming. Not meetings.
Right. Channel will be exclusively meetings and channel 191 will be public programming.
Mhm.
All right. All right, meetings, minutes were accepted. Okay, any other questions, concerns, or updates?
I don't think so. That was the extent of my month.
I was wondering, do we need to contact someone to help do some editing for you so you can actually free up your time to do other things at all at the meetings at the station?
I don't think so yet. I guess it just depends, like if activities actually start to happen, then yeah, probably. But right now, it's manageable. But if like we need to go out and record stuff and then edit that stuff, then we might be needing some additional help.
Roger, you're going to be doing that again at some point, right?
Roger,
Yeah,
Yes, right?
hopefully, right?
if it ever comes about.
I know, right?
All right. All right. I think that should be it then for tonight. Should we propose to adjourn the meeting?
I
Good
make,
with that.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that motion. So the meeting will be adjourned at 6:46 p.m.